Kotor is, without exaggeration, the most popular city among tourists on the coast of Montenegro. And the Bay of Kotor is not only the most beautiful in Montenegro, but also one of the most spectacular in the world, and was included in the list of 25 most beautiful bays on our planet. For a long time, there was a belief that the Bay of Kotor is a fjord, so in the tourism industry, the phrase that it is the southernmost fjord in Europe is still often used. However, according to modern scientific data, Boka Kotorska is not a fjord, but represents the remains of a river canyon that once existed here. Unlike, for example, the fjords of Norway, the Bay of Kotor is of tectonic origin, not glacial. The length of the Bay of Kotor is 28 kilometers. The width from 3 kilometers at the exit to the sea to 340 meters at the narrowest point of the Verige Strait. This is where the ferry crossing is located. The depth of the bay is from 27 to 60 meters, thanks to which the largest cruise ships can sail here. And a lot of them come here, on average 500 flights per year, and they bring about 800,000 tourists, which brings Kotor not only enormous income, but also a colossal crowd in the Old Town, which all these tourists actually want to see. Kotor is the very case when medieval architecture is combined with stunning views and panoramas. Kotor is a very ancient city, but the main flourishing and trade took place here during the Venetian period from the 15th to the 18th centuries, and it was the Venetians who built most of the architectural monuments in the city that hundreds of thousands of tourists come to see every year. Montenegro is located in a seismically active zone at the junction of the Eurasian and African continental plates, which creates tectonic stress. The last strong earthquake occurred here in 1979. A lot of buildings, villages, and historical architecture were destroyed, including Kotor. After the incident, the UNESCO committee decided to add Kotor to the UNESCO World Heritage List. Thanks to this, Kotor and Dubrovnik received a lot of foreign assistance, both financial and with specialists. With their help, the former appearance of Old Kotor was restored, as it was before the arrival of the Austrians at the beginning of the 19th century. Kotor is shaped like a triangle and has 3 entrance gates. River Gate, built in memory of the city's victory over the Turkish admiral Barbarossa. He besieged the city with 70 ships and 30,000 soldiers, but was never able to capture the impregnable walls of Kotor. Gurdach Gate, separated from the road by a drawbridge over the mouth of the cave. At the gate, there is a deep, natural bowl with clear water, in which, as if in an aquarium, large fish are swimming in schools. I still don't understand what kind of fish they are, but they are very beautiful. The Sea Gate is the most important one, through which most tourists actually enter the city. It is made of massive stone blocks and decorated with Gothic bas-relief of the 15th century. Old Kotor is incredibly beautiful. There are several Romanesque churches, many luxurious old mansions and palaces that are comfortably located in a labyrinth of narrow cobbled streets. Be sure to turn corners, climb into alleys, and climb different stairs so you can discover a lot of interesting secret places in Kotor, hidden from the eyes of the rapid flow of tourists, and be alone with the city in silence to truly feel its original atmosphere. Throughout the history of Kotor, the main occupation of local residents was navigation and overseas trade. Therefore, Kotor has become one of the most important trading centers in this part of the Adriatic. The city is home to the Maritime Museum of Montenegro, the Institute of Marine Biology, the Maritime Faculty of the University of Montenegro, and the Bokelska Mornarica Brotherhood of Sailors. And the Croatian consulate is located in Kotor. Well, this is just for reference. Let's look at the main attractions of Kotor. Catholic Cathedral of St. Tryphon, dated 1166. It was rebuilt after the severe earthquake of 1667, when the bell towers and part of the facade were destroyed, but despite numerous reconstructions, it still represents an outstanding example of Romanesque architecture. The Weapon Square is the main square of Kotor. It is made in the shape of the Latin letter L. There is a pillory installed here, in front of which the convicts were placed, and their sentences were read out to them. Here it is with a sharp top and a 4-level clock tower built in 1602. Another symbol of the city, although this time it is not architectural. These are Kotor cats, of which they are fed, loved, and protected a lot here. Kotor is a city of cats, On almost every corner of every cafe or shop, you will find a cat. Cats, along with sailors, sailed on ships and were a real salvation for the townspeople. Local residents happily took them in to fight rodents, which the cats did successfully, so the Kotor cats saved the city from a horde of rats and mice. Kotor cats are a real brand of the city. In shops, you will find many souvenirs with their image. Directly from the old city, the fortress wall stretches up to a height of 260 meters, where the fortress of St. John is located. To get to the fortress, you need to climb 1,160 steps, which is not fun for everyone, especially on a hot summer day. But if you are a fan of hardcore fitness, then this is definitely your path. The reward for the difficult journey will be a beautiful view from the observation deck of the fortress of the Bay of Kotor and the surrounding mountains. The entrance fee to the fortress has risen significantly since last year and now costs 15 euros. Before that, it was 8 euros. And to be honest, for that kind of money, the event becomes doubtful, the climb will not be easy, and the view of the bay from a height of 260 meters is not the most spectacular. For example, from the leading road from Lovsan, the panorama will be much more impressive. But if you want the most stunning view, then climb Mount Pestingrad overhanging Kotor. From there, perhaps the most beautiful panorama opens, from which it will literally take your breath away. From a height of more than 1,000 meters, you will look at Kotor, cruise ships, and the Bay of Kotor are like toys. Yes, I almost forgot about the main thing. Last year, the Kotor-Lovsan cable car opened, lifting tourists to the Lovsan Mountains to a height of 1,348 meters. The travel time is 11 minutes, and the panoramic views are very beautiful. The lower station is located near the Kotor-Tivat road fork. There is a cable car from April to October. The cost of a round-trip ticket is 23 euros. You can take a one-way ticket for 13 euros. If you suddenly have grandiose plans to go up and go to the mountains or go down on foot enjoying the views. The cable car is new, cool, definitely worth the money. You will get enormous pleasure. I recommend it. If you have the opportunity, be sure to visit Kotor in the evening. It has a completely different atmosphere. Evening Kotor, illuminated by the warm light of lanterns, is especially mysterious and cozy.